Have you ever thought about what it might feel like to not be consumed by thoughts of your ex? And not to wake up every day and be thinking about them straight away. To not be spending all day, every day daydreaming about what could have been, what might have been, what you should have done different. And daydreaming about the future with them, thinking how you can win them back. Just real obsessive, ruminating thoughts. Have you ever actually considered what life might be like if you were free from that? Because we never really stop to think about that. If I think back to the way I was after my breakups, the idea of being happy without them, it was something I couldn't even contemplate. I couldn't even comprehend it. I couldn't allow it into my head. The sole focus was how to win them back because life's shit without them. And that consumed me. And really, I stopped living my life as a result. And I would guess that many of you watching this are in the same boat right now. But you see, what happens is we start forgetting about what life can truly be like, how we can be happy. We fall into that trap of thinking to ourselves, I'll never meet anybody like them again because they were perfect. I'm not good enough to meet someone as good as them. This was my one and only chance. So of course, if you've got that mindset, you are going to obsess over it. You know, imagine having the winning lottery ticket. You've just won 10 million. And you can't find the ticket. You're going to obsess over it, aren't you? Because really, what are the chances of winning the lottery again? It's probably not going to happen. Well, you've got the same mindset over your ex. You're treating it as though it's a lottery win. But it's not. We think it is in the moment. I certainly thought it was. Twice. But it's not. And a lot of it comes down to how we think about ourselves, what we believe in ourselves. Do we have that self-belief to think that we're good enough to meet somebody that good again? Well, I've talked in many other videos about how we build this vision, this belief in our heads that our ex was perfect, when actually they weren't, because nobody's perfect, right? But we believe they are in our brains, but it's not even about that. It's not what this video is about. This video is about you, right? It's about how you feel about you, because that was what my problem was. I didn't think I could meet anyone as good as my ex again because I didn't deserve it. I wasn't good enough to meet someone that good. But here's the thing, right? With self-belief, limiting self-belief, it's all about evidence. And our brains are really good at collecting evidence to support a limiting self-belief. If you think you're ugly, your brain will collect evidence to provide the proof that you are. If you think you're not good enough, you'll have all the evidence in the world because the brain will prove it to you. But the reverse can happen because that's how you overcome limiting self-beliefs. You reframe them and you provide more evidence. So what is the evidence that you can meet someone as good as your ex? That you can meet someone maybe even better suited than they were? What's the evidence? Well, the evidence is staring you in the face. Because if you're not good enough to meet someone as good as your ex, if you genuinely believe that your ex was just this unbelievably perfect person with no faults, no flaws, and they were perfectly suited to you, how did you meet them in the first place? Like, if you're genuinely not good enough to meet someone like that, then how did you meet them? How did you attract them? How did you have a relationship with them? That's the evidence that your brain's ignoring. It's just looking at the big wide world and going, not going to find anyone like that again. It's impossible. Why? Because I'm not good enough. But you were good enough to meet your ex. You were good enough to form a relationship with them. That's your evidence that you can meet somebody again, that they will make you happy. And maybe, just maybe, to be even more suited to you than your ex was. Stop allowing your brain to ignore the evidence that's staring you in the face. I did for years, and it kept me stuck, kept me depressed, kept me sad, kept me unhappy. But it all ties back to that limiting self-belief that you're not good enough. But the evidence proves that you are. So you need to start listening to that evidence. You need to start showing yourself that evidence. You start to remember who you actually are as a person. Why wouldn't you be good enough? Challenge it, reframe it. Don't allow your brain to continue giving you this story that your ex was perfect and you didn't deserve him, because you did. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there with just something to think about for the next week. Actually collect the evidence, write it down on a pen and paper. Start reframing that story in your head. And I promise you, if you do, you will start thinking differently. Now, if you like this sort of video, if you're struggling at the moment to get over your ex, then I'm a breakup coach and I release videos every single week that might just help. So if you're not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that button and I'll see you in the next. Laters.